The adoption center on station Kepler 442b smelled of recycled air and antiseptic. Alvin pressed his palm against the biometric scanner, his human DNA registering instantly. Beside him, Onez's vulpine ears twitched nervously, her russet fur catching the sterile white light. The Vulpari were one of the few sentient species compatible enough with humans for legal partnership, though their fox-like appearance still drew stares in the outer colonies. "Mr. Chen, Mrs. Chen," the coordinator said, her artificial smile flickering. "I must inform you that the child you've requested to meet has complications." Alvin squeezed Onez's paw. They'd been through 17 adoption interviews in 3 years. Each time, the agencies found reasons to reject them. Too far from Earth, mixed species household, inadequate cultural resources for raising human children. Now they'd expanded their search to include non-human adoptees. "We're aware," Onez said softly, her translator chip rendering her chittering speech into perfect Mandarin. "Princess Lys of the Kronos dynasty. Genetic rejection syndrome. We read her file." The coordinator's smile vanished. "Then you understand she's defective. Her own species has declared her unadoptable. The Kronos physiological incompatibility means she requires constant medical intervention. No one wants—" "We want to meet her," Alvin interrupted. They found Lys in the medical wing, suspended in a gel-filled support chamber. Through the transparent aluminum, Alvin could see her crystalline skin. What should have been the radiant, color-shifting dermis of Kronos royalty was instead cloudy and dull, like frosted glass. Tubes connected to her 6 limbs delivered the precise mixture of minerals her body couldn't process naturally. She was 3 years old by Earth standard, but looked no older than a human infant. Her 4 eyes tracked their approach with startling intelligence. "She understands everything," the medtech explained. "The genetic defect affects her body, not her mind. She's already fluent in 7 languages through neural interface learning. But her physiology—" He shook his head. "Without the support system, her organs would crystallize within hours. Even with it, her lifespan is projected at maybe 15 Earth years." Onez pressed her paw against the chamber. Lys's largest eye swiveled to focus on her, and something like curiosity rippled across the cloudy surface of her face. "The Kronos government offered a substantial settlement to anyone willing to take her," the coordinator said. "They want her off their home world. She's an embarrassment to the dynasty, a princess who can't even breathe their atmosphere unaided. But the medical costs will exceed any payment, and when she dies—" "Can we speak with her?" Alvin asked. The coordinator hesitated, then activated the chamber's communication system. "Hello, Lys," Onez said gently. "My name is Onez. This is Alvin. We're here to meet you." The child's vocalization emerged as a chiming sound, translated instantly. "You are Vulpari and human. Why would you want a broken Kronos?" Alvin felt his throat tighten. "You're not broken. You're different. My gene sequence failed to incorporate the Kronos atmospheric adaptation complex," Lys replied with clinical precision. "I am incompatible with my own species' environment. I am, by definition, defective." "Your government's definition," Onez said, "not ours." Over the next 3 weeks, they visited daily. Alvin, a xenobiologist, studied Kronos physiology obsessively. Onez, who'd been an educator on her homeworld before the Vulpari diaspora, began teaching Lys about Earth and Vulpar cultures, things the princess would never learn in the sterile adoption center. On the 21st day, Alvin presented his findings to the medical board. "The support chamber is designed for short-term stabilization," he explained, holographic protein chains rotating above the table. "But if we modify the gel composition to include silicate-bonded oxygen and redesign her living space as a controlled atmosphere room, we can give her mobility. She won't be cured, but she can live, really live. not just survive in a box. The cost, the coordinator began. We've sold our ship, Onez said. We'll live on station. Alvin's research grant and my teaching stipend will cover the modifications. The coordinator stared. You'd give up space travel? For a child who isn't even your species? A child who will die young no matter what you do? Yes, they said together. When they brought Liz home to their newly modified quarters, she took her first unsupported steps in a room saturated with her required atmospheric mix. Her crystalline body remained cloudy, but in the specialized lighting Alvin had installed, it refracted into soft rainbows. "This is home?" she chimed. "This is home," Onez confirmed, kneeling to embrace her carefully. "You're our daughter now. But I am not Volpari or human. I do not match you." Alvin joined the embrace, his arms around both of them. Families don't match Liz. They choose each other. That night, as Liz slept in her atmospheric cradle, Onez and Alvin watched through the observation window. 15 years, Onez whispered. Maybe less. Then we'll make them count, Alvin replied. Every single day. Above them, through the station's viewport, the stars shone cold and distant. But inside their small quarters, something warmer burned. The defiant light of a family that chose love over logic, care over compatibility, and each other over every reasonable objection the universe could offer. Princess Liz of Kronos, who no one wanted, slept peacefully in a room filled with crystalline dreams, finally home.